Hello, guys. Welcome to another episode of the Otumba Adams Show. My name remains Adams Olafimilajide, and you guys are welcome specially. How was the weekend? I'm sure a lot of you guys were expecting me to have my show last weekend, but I was extremely busy. But now I have come around to make up for the lost time. All right. So, how are you guys doing? How's life? How is everything generally? I hope you guys are doing well. Today is Monday, and as you know, Mondays are pretty busy. I had to squeeze out time to be able to do this. Okay, so if this is your first time of being a part of the show, I would like to say welcome specially. All right, if it were possible, I'll probably share some goodies for you guys. However, being on this show is enough goodies for you guys to be able to learn and grow in your life. What do we do on this show? We talk about business, we talk about freelancing, we talk about everything that can actually help you to become better as an individual. And sometimes I bring on guests where I interview them about their journey in life and other topics that might actually interest you guys out there. All right, so on today's topic, we would be looking at ways to earn cash as a freelance writer. All right, now I know that there are a lot of people out there who have a passion to write or who are probably English student graduates, and they've been wondering, okay, I do not really want to work in a bank. I don't want to do odd jobs. I don't want to teach in a classroom whereby I am paid peanuts. What other ways can I actually earn extra income? That is what we're teaching today. It's actually a two-part series. The first part is today's part, and then on Wednesday, I'll be taking the other part of the show. All right, so how can you, as a freelancer or as a writer, actually earn money? The number one thing I have on my list is have a blog. All right, have a blog. Now, what does it mean to have a blog? It basically means that you write about anything that you are good at, right? Let's say you are good at a particular thing and you want more people to know about it, right? You keep writing about things surrounding that particular topic, and then the more people read your blog posts, right? You could either get gigs to write on paid platforms, or you could what's the other word now? You could actually make money off your own blog site. Now, how do you start off as a blogger, right? The first thing you need to know is that you need to know the niche you want to write on. All right, you need to niche down. You can't just write about general things. You have to be focused on the particular thing that you actually want to talk about, that you want your audience to follow you on the journey you want them to follow you on. All right, so pick your niche. That's the first thing you need to do. All right, once you've picked your niche, the next thing that you need to do is you need to find where you can buy a domain name. The domain name most likely has to be related to what you want to be writing about, so that when people see that, okay, this is the domain name. Now, if you don't know what a domain name, beg your pardon, is, it's basically the www dot whatever it is that you're talking about.com. All right. Now, the whatever you're talking about is not the website, but you get what I'm trying to say, right? So let's say I am creating a niche in the let's say toy section. Now I could write www.thebestninjatoys.com. All right. Now, whenever anybody sees that, they realize that okay, this guy focuses on toys. And if I have interest, or if they have interest rather, in the toy niche, then they would definitely click on the website. All right. So you need to have a domain name, and then you need to have a hosting plan for the website, and then you build your website. Now, you could easily use sites like WordPress.com. They have a blogging aspect. I think Blogger also does, but it is always better for you to be able to have your own website. All right, so build your website. If you can't pay someone, you could easily watch YouTube on how to build a website using YouTube, as using WordPress, and from there you kickstart your website, and then you keep posting your content every single time on the website, right? Let people know that okay, this is what you do. Share your content on social media platforms, and sometimes, if you could, use paid adverts. All right, use paid adverts to be able to launch your site, let more eyes see it. The more people can see your website, right, the more traffic you can generate on your website. And before you know it, everybody's talking about your website, everybody's interested in your website, and you can start monetizing your website that way. Now, having a blog post is not as easy as you might think, because it takes consistency and you have to play the long term game. You can't just say that, like, okay, just want to rush in and then like you rush out immediately. It doesn't work that way. So you have to play the long term game. I think I've actually spent too much time on this topic. The second way you can earn money as a writer is by publishing a book. All right, self publish. Now, you could either do a non-fiction book or a fiction book, be it romance, action, thriller, horror, and the likes. Like whatever it is that like you feel that like you're actually good at writing, focus on it. It could even be an instructional guide, manual, right, to something that like maybe a lot of people do not really have an idea about, or probably like a how-to book on how to do a particular thing that you know a lot of people are actually interested in. Now, one of the things I will still say again is that like when you want to write as a self-published author, then make sure that like you focus on a particular niche and let people know you in that niche. Because if you're here, if you're there, they'll be like, this dude is jack of all trade and master of none. Focus on a niche and then start writing books. It doesn't have to be one book. You could say that like, okay, for every month I want to be writing 2 books. It could be short books, it could be long books, depending on what your audience enjoy reading. Publish your books. You can actually publish on sites like Amazon Kindle. There are a lot of other sites out there. You could do your research about them and make money from writing books. All right. It's easy. It is fun. Go out there and do it. Number 3 on the list is create affiliate content. Now, this is one thing that like not too many people in Nigeria do, but it can actually earn you money. Now, when I talk about create affiliate content, let's say for instance, like you are in the cooking niche, right? You talk about different delicacies that you prepare and all that. Now, while talking about these things, let's say you could buy those same products on a particular website, rather than for you to say that like go and buy from this website. You could leave your affiliate link, become an affiliate with that website, and then create a link within what you're writing, and then like such that whenever people see it, when they click it, it takes them to that website where they can buy it. And once they buy it, you as a person gets a commission off whatever it is that they buy. All right, a lot of people do it out there, and that way, or one of the ways again that like you could actually use this method is let's say you're doing a this versus that software. So you have 2 separate softwares that like they render similar roles, or like they do similar things, right? And then you could become an affiliate for both products, put the 2 products side by side against each other. But within the descriptions and like you talking about both products, you leave your affiliate link like embedded in one of the words in what you have written, such that when people click on it, it takes them to either of the websites, right? And if you were convinced enough with what, also if your audience rather is convinced enough with what you said, right, they can click on the link and then pay for the subscription. Now, once they pay for the subscription of that software, you get a commission off it. Now, there's some websites that like they allow you to get a one-time commission, and then there are some that like it's a lifetime commission. That one means that like whenever your audience is for every month rather your audience is subscribing for that particular thing, right, you keep earning money from that. So that's another way you can actually earn as an affiliate content creator. All right, number 4 is write scripts for video creators. Now, there are a lot of people these days that are trying to create content, video content, because they realize that like it is much more engaging than when people write a long post. But the issue now is that like not every video creator is good at creating content for their video. There are times that like they have writer's block. There are times that like they don't even know what to write about again. Now, this is where you as a writer comes in. If you know that like you're gifted with writing, just make sure that like you find a video content creator and tell them that like, hey, use my services. I would push out 2 to 3 contents for you every week that you can post, that you can create a video for every single week, and you would gain more traction. So they pay you for writing those video content. There was a time that like I was actually on Fiverr, and was it last year or last 2 years? Him and okay, I am back right now. I did a couple of episodes for him, and on the long run, he actually paid for the services that like I actually rendered him. So you could actually look for a YouTube content creator to create a video for, right? And then they would be able to pay you for the services that you are actually rendering to them. Okay. Remember, as I said earlier, that like not everybody is able to create videos. All right. But if you also create content for the videos, but if you as a writer can do that, then you have nothing to worry about. All right. So that's the next point. Moving on to number 5, which is the penultimate number, we have create content for social media. All right. Create content for social media. Now, there are a lot of businesses out there that they don't really post content as they should, and they are not getting the traction that they actually need for their business. Now, this is where you come in. If you know that like you're very, very good at creating content, right? Just walk up to them or send them a DM, or probably like try to get their numbers from their social media handles. Are like, hey, I can help you to create content for your websites. I would create a number of content per day that you can actually post. If you need me to also post for you, I can actually do that. Now, if you approach like 3 to 4 people and you feel that like, you can actually handle that easily. Now, one of the things I'm going to say is this: focus on a niche, right? If you are approaching like 3 to 4 people, make sure that like they are all within the same niche. It's going to make things easier for you when coming up with content for them, right? Now, you're not going to be doing the same thing for each person, but you have an idea what you'll be talking about, and you can easily interchange content, and then you're writing anything that like you want to post for individual business owners in such a way that like the other person will not feel that like, hey, you copied content from this site and then you came to paste it on my own site. Do you understand? Right? So as a content creator, you can actually make money that way for social media. And then the last but not least point on the list is also create content for websites. A lot of companies these days are trying to create websites. There are new companies springing up every day all over the globe, and they all are trying to build, or once they've started the business, right, the next thing for them is to have an online presence. Now, for them to be able to have an online presence, they need to have content on their website, and that is where you as a person comes in. All right, you could do the about us page, you could do the blog posts for them, you could write everything that like is necessary for the website, and from there they pay you for that service. One of the things that like I just realized that like writers can never go out of business, because you would always need a writer, no matter how much you want to use AI, artificial intelligence, to write for you. It would never work. You still need someone who is creative enough to coin words in certain ways that like would move your audience to actually take action. And an AI, yes, they're still developing the AI space, but it can really, really not be as good as the human mind. And that is where you as a writer comes in. On this note, I have come to the end of today's episode. This is the part 1 series. Part 2 on Wednesday, we'll be talking more about other ways in which you can actually make money as a writer, as a freelance writer, and earn extra cash for yourself. As I would always say, if you're watching from Facebook or YouTube, please help me to like, subscribe, and share this with all your friends, and let them know what this content is about and how we try to like impact lives. This is episode 124, and as I would always say, be the best God has created you to be. All right, guys, have a great day. Peace out.